Alright guys, how are we? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, number 95 on the list of the top 100 players in 2023. It's JAMAAL Williams, he's a running back for the Lions, and thinking back, I actually picked him up in fantasy as a replacement running back playing for the Lions. He was putting in some real solid numbers, and I thought, you know what, no one's picked him up, I'm going to get him. And then he sort of went a bit quieter nearing the end of the season, or at least that's what I remember. And I don't remember much from it. It's been a few months, it's been a long time, and it's been a long time since I reacted to a running back. It's always enjoyable. First thing we'll do is look at his stats. The annoying thing about Pro Football Reference is you've got to get their spelling exactly right. There he is. JAMAAL Williams. Malik, aka Swag, 6 foot, 224 pounds. That's going to be fun to put in a rugby team at the end of this video. April 3rd, 1995, he's 28 years of age. He went to BYU and got drafted by the Packers in the 4th round of the 2017 NFL Draft. He's played 90 total games. He's got 3,652 total yards, 1,066 rushing yards last year, and 17 rushing touchdowns. That is a fair few, and his most by a long shot. It looks like he really came into his own last year. 27 years of age. He had how many receiving yards? 73 receiving yards. So he was certainly used predominantly as a running back. And it looks as if the years prior at Green Bay and also at Detroit, he was used as sort of a double threat, averaging about 250 receiving yards per year. That dropped right down during 2022, and with that, his rushing yards went right up. His combine measurements: 4.59 for the 40-yard dash, 123 inches, that's 10 foot 3 for the broad jump, and 30 inches on the vertical. So his explosiveness vertically is average, I'm going to say, maybe even a little bit below average. His speed is up there, 4.59. Anything in the 4.5 for a running back is fairly decent. But his build, his overall build, is what I like, and what, opposing defenses have to deal with. 6 foot, 224 pounds. Let's get into it.
Man, it was so fun to be a part of his season.
He broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record in a
What, 17 in a year?
Breaking Barry Sanders' record's a pretty big deal.
Well, I knew 17 was a lot, but I didn't know it was that many.
I already know what's going to happen. It's going to say JAMAAL Williams, whatever number I am, and then the last year, deep.
Yeah, the last year, tick, tick, dash, dash. Mate, those are the best ones. The best ones are where they, either had never been on the list before, or possibly they were and they got dropped off of it. Last year, not on the list. This year, boom, on the list. Those are the best ones. He knows it. He knows it. Tick, tick, tick.
Former Detroit Lions running back JAMAAL Williams.
Former Detroit Lions running back.
Turned that double dash into a real top 100 number.
Do not give up. The champions is when they tired. That's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. I want y'all to give everything you got. Everything.
An offseason pickup by the Saints, Williams is all about
the Saints come marching in.
About anime, energy, and the end zone.
There's the running play straight up the gut. That's JAMAAL Williams. There he goes.
Get off me, son.
20, foot race, 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. 51 yards.
A whole bunch of end zone.
Head down, in, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
See, now for me, I like seeing a running back stats. I like to see them at 6 foot. I like to see them at 6 foot. I feel like, 5'9", 5'10" is just that little bit too short. But then you've got guys like Jonathan Taylor, 5'10", solid as fuck. I'd love to see where he lands on this list, actually.
Bounces it outside right into the.
But I like seeing a 6 foot running back. I don't know what it is. I like it.
Zone touchdown, Detroit Lions. On 1st and goal, hands to JAMAAL, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
That's the way.
Goal line is what I do. I like goal line. So that's my... Oh, I'm sorry.
He had a great year. Too many moments to just name one.
We got the Eagles touchdown where you ran into a brick wall.
I don't know about the glasses, Elton John.
gives to Jamal Williams. Denied at the 1.
And then I bounced on that boy.
He just bounced off it and found a path.
Oh, what a way to stay alive.
I would say probably most of the runs in the last Green Bay game, though. You could just feel it.
Oh, he's got a score to settle against the Green Bay Packers.
Across the 50 into Packer territory.
Just angry run, too. You feel that energy?
His energy, everything.
Goff out of the gun. Hands to Jamal. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. 17th of the year, breaking Barry Sanders' all-time franchise record.
Wow.
This guy broke 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, I'm sure he got a fair few game balls that season.
All the emotions just hit me after the game. And I just want to say, man, I'm so grateful to be on this team with y'all. I love the energy.
We love you, man!
Over 1,000 yards and all those end zone dances. But what was his favorite moment?
My definitive
This will be
moment
interesting.
of knowing that this was going to be a great year. That game against Minnesota and that run.
Jamal Williams with it, bounces it outside.
Is that Barkley or is that Williams?
To the end zone.
Bounce off the left foot, out to the right-hand side, ball in the right hand, stiff arm. I mean, that run was a 20-yarder. The likes of Saquon Barkley does it from 60 yards, but hey.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
I finally had the opportunity of not just going downhill, but finally seeing my eyes and trusting
Bounce.
myself and knowing I can get to that outside.
Williams, right side.
Oh, you love to see it.
Extends
He had some work to do.
As soon as I hit the outside, I'm like, all right, it's just me and Patterson, man. Had to hit him with a stiff arm. I didn't even need to
Perfectly
reach, I was just
placed
there.
stiff
Now I'm
arm.
using my eyes, using my speed, trusting my abilities again, and knowing that I can make plays.
You got a game ball.
I appreciate you. Love you too, man. Thank you.
Right, guys. That brings us to the end of another video. Our first running back on the list. That was enjoyable. JAMAAL Malik Williams. Where do we place him on a rugby field? We just saw him finish to the right-hand side. And, you know, it's easier for me to place a running back into a rugby team because you get a backwards pass from the quarterback. And in the game of rugby, you are always running onto the ball off of a backwards pass. It's illegal in the game of rugby union to actually pass the ball forwards, right? You have to pass it backwards, which means that that shape of the back line has to be in some sort of backwards sort of wedge. And it's the ability to run onto the ball at the right time that, you know, breaks open defenses and gives you the opportunity to get that ball at pace, which is basically what running backs do when they get the handoff from the quarterback. Yes, darling. All right. I'm going to have to take a break. We are going to have to make some food. I appreciate you being patient. Okay. But yeah, where would I put him? Look, I'd put him anywhere outside the number 10. So you're talking second 5, you're talking centre. I mean, we saw him finish out at the side of the field there at one point. So, I mean, he could play wing. But I feel like he's basically Ma'anonu without the dreadlocks. I mean, 6 foot, 224 pounds, solid runner. I'm going to put him in at a real... we don't know how he tackles. I mean, that's the interesting part, right? To put a running back, put anyone on the offensive side of the ball into a rugby team, they have to tackle as well. And they have to kick. They have to pass the ball. But as far as running, as far as his running ability with his stats, stature, speed, and skill, I'm putting him in at second 5/8. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.